All right, guys. We already saw what happened. UFC 322 breakdown, right? What just happened? We saw Islam become a 2-division champion, not a double champion. He already vacated that belt at lightweight. He is a 2-division champion, the same way BJ Penn was, the same way GSP was, but he's not in that realm of double champion. But it's okay. Everybody still considers him the double champion. He's the best pound for pound fighter in the world right now, and you just got to respect it. Valentina Shevchenko, amazing job. I said she was going to win. I said she was the best fighter between the two. People were actually thinking this is a GOAT fight, greatest woman of all time fight. Like Amanda Nunes just doesn't exist anymore. And we saw Amanda Nunes beat Valentina Shevchenko twice. The first one was close, but we saw her win 2 times on the score sheet. And now Weili Zhang versus Valentina is a GOAT fight. Stop it. I'm gonna break down the whole card. Let's start first with the prelims, right? I'll put chapters for you guys and everything too, so you guys can move on ahead if you don't want to listen to this fight or whatever. Borshchev versus Camilo. This fight, honestly, I thought Borshchev won this fight, right? I thought Borshchev won this fight. I think I picked Borshchev to win this fight as well because I just like Borshchev. Borshchev is one of my favorite strikers to watch. He has very clean technical boxing, but he's not athletic. And when you're not athletic, and then when you wear knee sleeves to the fight, done, finito. I'm like, what is going on? Why is this guy wearing 2 knee sleeves, man? Why is he wearing knee braces? Stop it. This is not real life right now. He trains at a Team Alpha Male, so he trains with a lot of wrestlers. So you expect him to have better takedown defense every single fight, and somehow it gets worse. Hopefully he had like a torn meniscus or something, but even if he had that, you're screwing up people's money right now, man. People are betting on you. But anyways, Borshchev in the first round looked good. His striking looked really, really good. Catching Camilo. Camilo took him down multiple times. Camilo was shooting so quick, or maybe Borshchev couldn't react that fast, that he literally was already connecting his hands right away on the takedown, which you usually see people try to sprawl or something and then maybe push the fence, something, right? But it was just too easy for Camilo. But he ended up gassing in the second and third round where Borshchev started picking up steam. I thought Borshchev won the fight. And maybe people think I'm crazy, but I think he won the fight. But it doesn't matter. I mean, I'm not gonna go die on a sword for it or something, or give away my firstborn for it. So I think that Borshchev was winning that fight. I think he was landing the jab, but the jab was so lazy at some points. They even called it out on the commentating booth. It's so lazy that Camilo was just freaking timing it, throwing a 2 over the top, and it ended up connecting with Borshchev. That could have actually swayed the round to Camilo in that third round, maybe giving him the fight. But I think that everybody had 30-27. Yeah, 30-27 right here. I can read on ESPN. That's crazy. 30-27 is crazy. But anyways, I'm not gonna talk too much about this fight. Next, who do we have? We have Susurkaev versus McConico, right? Let's talk about Susurkaev versus McConico. This guy, Susurkaev, is extremely, extremely overrated. I mean, I'll just tell you what it is. He stands straight up, first thing. He trained with Khamzat Chimaev. You know, people that whenever people say, oh, I trained with this fighter, that means I'm good, that doesn't mean anything. There's always fighters that are just punching bags for the good fighters so that they can build their ego and build their mystique during the training camp. And then you get the hard guys, right? You'll get the hard guys first. You get the easy guys, then the hard guys, and then back to the easy guys. That's how it works in training camps. So is Susurkaev one of the easy guys? Because I honestly don't understand I don't think he has that good of power. I don't think his wrestling's that good. I think McConico was kind of bullying him on the feet, around the fence. And I honestly think that Susurkaev is overrated. I mean, he's a minus 1,200 favorite today for what? What has he ever proven? Because he has a nice teep kick. He does have a really nice teep kick, right? But I don't understand why he's minus 1,500. I don't understand how he's a minus 1,500 bet. It was insane to me. So he ended up winning the fight. He KO'd him on a pull 2 where McConico threw a lazy punch. And Susurkaev was way out of range and still landed the 1-2 because McConico was over here taking pictures. That's what you call it in boxing, right? When you try to throw something, you just stay there and watch your work. You never do that, right? You have to angle out, move out, whatever you have to do. And McConico did not do that. McConico freaking got caught. 1-2 down the middle, slept him, freaking face first. Not sleeping, but like he was hurt. He was out. Not out, but he was dazed, and he landed face first. So it wasn't good. Susurkaev didn't land any follow shots, so it was a victory by KO. And Susurkaev didn't look good. I mean, who do you want to fight? He's calling out Bo Nickal. I mean, Bo Nickal. I don't even like Bo Nickal. I don't think Bo Nickal's that good, but I think Bo Nickal will smash this guy, especially because the Susurkaev doesn't have jiu-jitsu prowess that we've seen so far. I mean, we saw Nolan a 170, or we saw him choke him out, but we really haven't seen in his game anywhere that this guy's like a like elite guard on bottom or anything, right? And if Bo Nickel can get on top of him, and then what is Susurkaev going to do? I don't think Susurkaev is that good. I don't think he'll be minus 1,500 on his next fight, but that's just what it is. Next, Angela Hill versus Fatima Kline. This was one of my most confident picks, was Fatima Kline. I also liked her to win inside distance, and she was this close to winning inside distance. Fatima Kline is a very good fighter. She's going to be the champion on this weight class for sure, without a doubt. Not even close. She is that good. She's a very good fighter. Give her next. I'm not even kidding you. Jessica Andrade. Give it to her next. She'll smash Jessica Andrade. That's how good Fatima Kline is. She trained with Erin Blanchfield, right? Erin Blanchfield was big with her. I don't know if they're like lesbian partners, but they trained together because they kept on saying partners. Maybe training partners? I don't know. But Fatima Kline fought very, very well. You have to respect it. If someone's fighting that well, you have to respect it. And Angela Hill was look. Angela Hill's usually the quicker fighter, the more volume puncher, whatever. But she wasn't this fight. But Angela Hill's been looking old for the last couple fights, and that's just the truth. I mean, you saw Fatima Kline take her down 4 times, had a control for her in the first round, and then try to submit her in the third. But it was a decent fight. I mean, it was 26-30 more accurate. 28-29 is an atrocious scorecard. That is not even true. It's 26. It was 26-30, I think, or 27-30. Because that third round, I mean, she head kicked her, almost punted her head in the head at the end of the third round. Fatima Kline is a good fighter. Angela Hill needs to retire. I'm sorry, Angela Hill. I know you probably need the money. You're 18-16. You're not going to be in the rankings anymore. You're not a good fighter anymore. What are you going to do? I mean, I guess if you're a woman and you're fighting other women and you don't get knocked out, what's the point? Yeah, I'll go fight for 100K if I'm Angela Hill and not take any damage because I'm fighting a girl, right? Just don't fight these lesbians. Next, Pat Sabatini versus Chepe Mariscal. I had Pat Sabatini. Pat Sabatini is a very, very, very good grappler, right? He's a very good grappler. You have to respect Pat Sabatini. I know he got chinned by Diego Lopez. I know the great Damon Jackson chinned him as well with a front kick. Because I had money on that fucking fight. It pissed me off. But Pat Sabatini is a very good grappler. And if he gets out of the first 3 minutes where his chin is more conditioned, right? Where it's like, all right, I've been in this fight a couple times. I ate a couple jabs. I ate a couple like glancing shots. My chin's ready to take some more damage. And then it showed because he got head kicked to the forehead, and then he got punched hard and didn't flinch at all. And he took Chepe Mariscal's back and dominated him. I mean, it was 30-27. He dominated in the first round, dominated in the second round and third round. The third round, I mean, Chepe Mariscal, even though he looked good, right? He had a six-pack going. He looked in the best shape he's ever been for the UFC. Chepe Mariscal had couldn't solve the body triangle by Pat Sabatini. He tried his best in the first round, trying to peel the foot off, and it worked for a bit. But then Pat Sabatini would just scramble back up and then retake the back, and then just working the back on the fence, whatever. In the third round, Chepe Mariscal basically gave up. He was 5-0 in the UFC, not anymore. He's 5-1. Pat Sabatini is now on a big 3-fight win streak, I think now. He's a good fighter. People stop sleeping on Pat Sabatini. He's a very, very good fighter, right? He's a very good fighter. I mean, his last loss to Diego Lopez he was a favorite in that fight. He was a favorite versus Diego Lopez. Maybe obviously the odds are wrong right now, but Pat Sabatini at the time was a favorite and lost in the first like 30 seconds and fucked me over. Thirsty. Daukaus. What a great fight by Daukaus, right? I mean, Gerald Meerschaert 0 for 2. These are the stats you see by a bench warmer in the NBA, 0 for 2. Not freaking a fighter in the highest level of fighting in UFC. And you see this guy, Daukaus, go 8-11, gets a knockdown right away, lands a flush 2, right on the back of the ear. Perfect shot against Gerald Meerschaert. Gerald Meerschaert goes down. Daukaus like, do I follow up with punches? Nope. Let me go for this Dars. Submits him. He has 11 submission wins already, and that was his 12th. He's a good fighter. Daukaus was released by the UFC, I think, after that Roma Dolidze fight. And then he was at Cage Fury, I believe. And then he won a couple of fights. And then now he's back in the UFC, beat Michel Pereira, and then beat Gerald Meerschaert. Gerald Meerschaert needs to retire. It's done now. He's been losing almost every single fight pretty brutally. I mean, Mikel Olejczyk basically sparked him out cold. Ritter subbed him in the third round. I mean, it's just a bad look for Gerald Meerschaert. He needs to retire. It's over for him. I mean, if he doesn't retire, I think the UFC should cut him and just do him a favor. But he's at least he's a good meme KO guy. If you want to build a hype train, fight Gerald Meerschaert. He'll either fraud check you or you got a nice meme KO. And the UFC doesn't have to do the dirty work and do the marketing for these guys. Next, talk about fraud check is Malcolm Wellmaker. Malcolm Wellmaker. I picked Cody Haddon to beat Malcolm Wellmaker. I said Cody Haddon is a way better boxer. He has better takedowns, and he's nastier. And people thought I was crazy, right? I posted this video on TikTok. I posted this video on Instagram. People said, "You're crazy. Wellmaker's so good. He's so good." And I'm like, he does a check hook. He has a nice jab and a check hook, but that's it. Anything with his backhand, his lead hand is good, right? It's educated, right? He pops the jab well. There was a nice check hook. His overhand, trash. Terrible. It's trash. He doesn't even throw it. So you're basically fighting a one-handed fighter. You know who did that too was Robert Whittaker when he fought Adesanya the second time. Basically a one-hand fighter because he didn't want to overcommit. And Malcolm Wellmaker is basically the same way. Ewing, I mean, talk about a Ewing in Madison Square Garden like it's freaking the 90s. What's his name? Ethan Ewing, whatever his name is. Ewing freaking was dominating a style and a profile like he's Ric Flair. Freaking pull counters, nasty, hitting uppercuts on Wellmaker, knees on Wellmaker, beautiful boxing. I mean, he just outboxed him badly. And Malcolm Wellmaker is known as the boxer. He was like minus 400 on this fight. I was minus 500 on Bovada. I took Ewing at plus 300. I put like $300 on him just to watch the fight because I was like, fuck it, I'll watch the fight. Ewing won, maybe $900. It was like 1025, I think. And he won the fight, and that's all that matters. He was a better fighter. 29-28 is atrocious scorecard. That is atrocious. And if you saw the rounds that they gave him, one judge gave him the first round to Wellmaker, which was the closest round, I believe, and then another round gave Wellmaker the second round, which is insane to me. That's mental that this guy almost got robbed if he didn't show out in the third round. That's crazy. Next, Ewing. I don't know what is going to happen to him. I mean, he's a good fighter. Wellmaker, I mean, he just got fraud checked. He wasn't that good. Dana White Contender Series, he wasn't that good. I picked against him, even though he got the KO win. I don't think Malcolm Wellmaker is that good, honestly. I just don't think he's that good. I think that he's a lot of hype, and people like him because he looks cool, right? Next is Erin Blanchfield versus Tracy Cortez. I took Tracy Cortez, and she was winning that first round until she didn't win the fight, and it pissed me off because I'm like, how do you get a choke with no hooks in? Right? It was like a schoolyard choke by Erin Blanchfield. I know she got the angle late, but Tracy Cortez, I mean, you used to date Brian Ortega, T-City, and now you can't defend a rear naked choke? Not even a rear naked choke, a school bulldog choke? Stop it. Erin Blanchfield should never, ever have that game plan in history. I don't know what their coach was fucking thinking. Hey, let's strike for this first round, and let's do what you're really bad at. It's just striking, and that you're too unathletic to do. And in the second round, we'll mix it up. What are you doing? Tracy Cortez shot she shot a takedown first and initiated grappling. Took down Erin Blanchfield. Erin Blanchfield immediately got on top and started to go to work, and then took her down, and then took her down again, and then finally submitted her. But Tracy Cortez's striking looked actually pretty decent in the first round. Erin Blanchfield needs to work on her striking. She needs to work on her athleticism. She needs to be working on her dynamic movement drills, right? Like Ido Portal. And she needs to do something like that. Like call Conor McGregor's old movement coach and do some of that. You need to be more athletic. You need to have more control of your body. I don't think she does. I think that's a problem because versus Manon Fiorot, she literally couldn't find her. And Manon Fiorot is a very good fighter. So Tracy Cortez, I think the UFC obviously wanted Tracy Cortez to win because people think she's pretty. And I think that Tracy Cortez gets a lot of views on social media. So the UFC obviously was kind of wanting her to win. They gave her a matchup where I think that they're like, we'll give you a good name, right? Erin Blanchfield's a big name in the division. Everybody knows who she is. If you're a UFC, even if you're a UFC casual, I think you should know who Erin Blanchfield is. But Erin Blanchfield's a good fighter. You have to respect Erin Blanchfield. And Tracy Cortez, you're athletic enough. You have good wrestling. You have good anti-wrestling. And you probably are the better striker. So this was kind of a tailor-made matchup for Tracy Cortez to break into the title contention. And now Tracy Cortez is not going to be in title contention. While I watch Erin Blanchfield probably fight Valentina Shevchenko next. Right? Wow. Good. Roman Kopylov versus Gregory Rodrigues. I mean, when is someone going to chin Gregory Rodrigues? I picked Gregory Rodrigues to win this fight. I said he's just too big. Roman Kopylov is a soft body. He should not be fighting at 185. He should be cutting down to 170 and killing himself because he'll be amazing at 170, especially with those strikers there. He's a very good striker, but he's just too small at 185. And Gregory Rodrigues, this guy, he just marauds forward, doesn't move his head ever off the center line. He'll refuse to move his head off the center line, but he gets the job done. I mean, he has power in his hands. He has freaking iron fist. And Roman Kopylov tried too late for that sneaky head kick that he usually does. Roman Kopylov is a good fighter. He's a good striker, but I think sometimes he lets people dictate how he fights, and that's not a good thing, right? You don't want to be a mirror to a guy like Gregory Rodrigues because Gregory Rodrigues has more thump. A mirror means I don't want Gregory Rodrigues to throw a 1-2 and then Roman Kopylov goes, oh, he just threw a 1-2 at me, so I got to return with a 1-2. That should not how it should work because his 1-2 will always look better than your 1-2 because there's more power and more violence on it than yours, Roman Kopylov. And that's an actual problem that he has. Roman Kopylov has a sneaky high kick that he wasn't throwing, maybe because Gregory Rodrigues is too tall because that guy's massive for the weight class. And that's why I picked him. Roman Kopylov ended up stunning with a check hook to Gregory Rodrigues in the third round, and Roman Kopylov tried to answer back, and Gregory Rodrigues just stung him with a 2 back. And Roman Kopylov was like, "All right, I'm good. Let's just keep fighting." And it was a good fight. I mean, it was a good fight. Gregory Rodrigues probably won 30-27. I agree with that scorecard. I mean, it's hard to give Roman Kopylov a round when he's just backing up the whole fight and not really doing anything. So next is Bo Nickal. Bo Nickal, I mean, after today, people are going to like that performance by him. Overrated. Overrated as fuck. That's what I realized. He is terrible at striking. Awful at striking. This guy cannot strike to save his life. Where's the 1-2s? Where's the 1-2-3? Where's the 1-2 calf kick? Where's the 1-2 low kick? Where's the 1-2 head kick? Where are all these combinations that you work at ATT? This guy just pop shotting like he's freaking Brian Floyd Mayweather or something against a guy like Rodolfo Vieira who does not move his head at all, who's a straight line fighter, doesn't have any side to side lateral movement, and I don't understand what he was waiting for, Bo Nickal. You've been striking. He's not green anymore. You guys have to stop saying this guy is green. He's been training for like 6 years now, right? And he already had the wrestling before that, but he's been training for not 6, maybe like 4 or 5 years now on striking. He should be better than what he's been showing. And that's just the truth. I mean, he should be finishing Paul Craig. He should not be losing to Reina de Ritter on the feet. And he should not be losing to Rodolfo Vieira. He should not be not finishing Rodolfo Vieira until the third round because Vieira was just unathletic compared to Bo Nickal. Bo Nickal fights long, which is actually pretty good. That's not what wrestlers usually do. Besides Henry Cejudo, a lot of wrestlers just are stocky build. Michael Chandler, like Sean Shirk, Matt Hughes, like those, like Frankie Edgar, like small boxing type of guys. He's not really like that. He's like a long, rangy, not kickboxer, but long. He had a head kick today. Like long, rangy puncher, and he's just. It works for his style because I don't know. He has long arms. It works for his style, but he fought well. I gave out as one of my most confident picks was the over 2.5 rounds. I lost by 6 seconds, right? And this guy fucked me, and I hate him for it, but whatever. It happens. Bo Nickal is him versus Susurkaev. He should smash. If I'm him, I don't even want to fight Susurkaev. I'm like, why? He sucks. If I'm Bo Nickal. Bo Nickal should be fighting somebody else. I'm going to be doing another video about who every single fighter should fight from this card. All the main fighters, not the ones that like Angela Hill. Stop, please. But like Bo Nickal and all these major ones. Next, Beneil Dariush versus Benoit Saint Denis. I mean, I said Beneil Dariush with the scrambles, and then I realized Beneil Dariush missed weight. And then my Friday video, I said take Benoit Saint Denis by KO. This fight's going under 2.5 rounds. It's a lock. You put all your money on it. There's no way this fight's not going under 2.5 rounds. I thought Benoit Saint Denis was going to head kick him. It didn't even matter if he head kicked him because he landed a punch behind the head, not behind the head, behind the ear. And Beneil Dariush face planted and literally asked the ref, what happened? Why did we stop? And that was basically the fight. Beneil Dariush should retire. I know he owns a gym here in Anaheim, Kings MMA, not the one in Huntington Beach, but the one in Anaheim. I know he owns it. I know he lives in Yorba Linda. I'm just putting his whole fucking information out here. But I know he's a good. I know that he probably needs the money to keep everything running, but he's a smart guy, and maybe he should stop fighting and maybe find something else to do. Maybe doubling down on his gym. Maybe get more kids classes in there or something like that, so he can help pay for that stuff and stop fighting because his fighting is not working for him. I'm sorry, Beneil. You were a good fighter. You were a decent fighter, right? Because you remember Ali Abdelaziz. Ali Abdelaziz was like, "Hey Connor, if you want to fight Islam Makhachev for the title, you need to fight Beneil Dariush first." And then if I was Connor, I would laugh at that. I'm like, okay, give me Beneil Dariush. Let me spark him in fucking 10 seconds. And that's what would have happened. If Beneil Dariush and Connor ever fought, he would have sparked them. But that fight never happened. And Beneil Dariush is just getting sparked by everybody else, right? Alma Sarukian, Charles Oliveira, now Benoit Saint Denis. He beat Renato Moicano in the meantime. But Beneil Dariush, his chin is gone. He needs to stop. He's old. I'm sorry. Even though how talented you are and how good you hit mitts and how nice your leg kicks are, Badil, your chin isn't there anymore, and you got to get rid of it. It's over for you. Benoit Saint Denis, good performance. You landed 3 strikes, right? Amazing. You fought your ass off today. I mean, one of the best performers of all time. He fraud checks Mauricio Rufy. Now he fraud checks Beneil Dariush, right? Amazing. You got to clap it up for this guy, Benoit Saint Denis. Next is Leon Edwards versus Carlos Prates. I mean, I said Prates was going to win, and Prates won. I thought Leon is just over the hill. Leon looked a lot better than I thought he would, honestly, because I thought Leon Edwards he's just over it. When you reach the pinnacle of the sport, right? If you're at the top and then you're like, oh, I have to fight fucking these random no names, because let's be honest, Carlos Prates might be a big name, but his resume says not. And if you're telling me like Leon Edwards, like, oh, who would you get up for? Oh, I'm gonna fight Carlos Prates. Boo. Oh man, do I really want to freaking work out for this? And Leon Edwards honestly should just retire. He should just be coaching his brother Fabian at PFL. Leon Edwards, I mean, you went from having 22-3. You've lost 3 straight, right? Lost to Bilal, Brady, and now Prates. It's probably time to hang it up right now, man. I mean, you're gonna be down to like the number 11, 12, and then you're gonna be fighting other killers. I mean, there's still other guys that you can fight, like maybe like Bonfim. Do you want to fight him? Like, there's some other fighters that you could fight. Well, Leon Edwards, I'm sorry. It's time for you to go. Carlos Prates. I didn't think this guy was actually like a player at welterweight. I thought like, oh, this guy's a good meme guy, you know. Oh, he's no one really thinks of him like as a highly touted prospect. But I mean, is it fucked up that he's gonna get a title shot before Ian Gary? Because I mean, that's what Dana White told Prates on the ceremonial face-offs. Hey, or weigh-ins. Hey, Prates asked Dana White, hey, if I win this by KO, is this for the title? And then Dana White goes, yeah. And that was basically it. And that was basically what happened. Carlos Prates, I mean, I don't think he deserves a title shot because, I mean, who is he really beaten besides Leon Edwards? I guess Leon Edwards is a great win, but Sean Brady also beat Leon Edwards, and Sean Brady was way more dominant than Carlos Prates was. I mean, Carlos Prates got dominated that first round. Leon Edwards was looking good, took his back, standing backpack on him. It was looking nice, right? And Carlos Prates, I mean, you could tell when he switched it on, right? When he got the reads on Leon, you could tell he's like, all right, I got this guy's timing down. I got his feints down. I got everything about him down. I'm going to start going and start attacking. And after like 30 seconds of him figuring it out, he sparks him out cold. And it was a nasty KO. Leon Edwards, if you ever watched Infinity War, where the ancient one just like punches Bruce Banner in the chest, and then Bruce Banner just comes out of the Hulk, and then you're like, and then they're just like spirits. That's basically what Leon Edwards happened to him, right? He got punched out of it, and he's both feet just freaking left the ground. Terrible. But Leon Edwards, time to retire. Prates, title shot maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna do a video later about who he should fight next. It'll be good. Morales versus Sean Brady. This is a good fight, right? This is a great fight. This is a good fight because Sean Brady, this guy, I thought he was going to win. I put him my most confident, but then afterwards, when I saw the weigh-ins and the face-offs, I said, do not take this fight. Do not take this fight. Morales is too big. And when you're too big and you're too athletic, how is Sean Brady going to take you down, right? This isn't Leon Edwards who just succumbs to everything. Michael Morales is 19-0. His shit doesn't stink to him, right? His ego's out of control because why wouldn't it be? You're 19-0. You're that good of a fighter. And you're 25 years old or 26 years old and no one can beat you. And then he had an LGBTKO, right? This got an LGBTKO on Sean Brady. I mean, he landed a couple of shots, wobbled them at first, Sean Brady recovered for 30 seconds, then landed another 2, on Sean Brady, like a clubbing too. Sean Brady did a little chicken dance, went down, fight over. Sean Brady, was he looking good? Not really. Not really. Didn't shoot a takedown at all. Oh, he shot one, but didn't get it. And Michael Morales is too athletic, too big, too elusive. You have to be. That's the new age of welterweight. That's what I really realized. Like Ian Gary now versus Bilal. Ian Gary should be like a minus 500 favorite because it's just different levels now of the time has passed the welterweights by where the old guard can't be the guys anymore, right? You saw JDM beat Bilal. You saw Michael Morales beat Sean Brady. You saw who just fought earlier? The fuck, why am I blanking? Leon Edwards, Carlos Prates. Like this new age of welterweights are just beating the old guard. Maybe is Usman next? I mean, I guess Buckley's the only one that hasn't beaten Usman, but you see it though. Like it's over. Like Buckley versus Covington. Like it's over for these guys. I'm not saying Sean Brady's like old guard, but he's just not athletic enough to contend with. I think he would do better against Islam Makhachev than he would do against Morales again in a second fight. That's what I think. Next is Shevchenko versus Weili. Oh my God. I absolutely ejaculated this performance right here by Shevchenko. You don't understand. I was so hard watching Shevchenko beat the fuck out of this Chinese fighter. You don't understand how happy I was. I said, Shevchenko, put the mortgage on it, take out a mortgage, steal money from your parents, go put it on this fight. Shevchenko is about to maul this Chinese fighter, right? And this Chinese fighter got smoked, and it was just what it was. I said, what is Valentina better? What is Weili Zhang better than Shevchenko at? Not striking, right? Not speed, not wrestling, not grappling. What is she better than her at? And Shevchenko, she proved it. She was too elusive on the feet. She kept hurting her to the body, right? Nice couple body kicks, and was too strong for her in the clinch and took her down and took her down and took her down. I mean, how many takedowns does this girl have? She was 5 for 6. I mean, Weili Zhang had no chance. He hit her with a nice body shot in the first round. Absolutely no chance of beating a Shevchenko who looked on, right? She looked like she was ready to go. She looked poised. She was wearing her stupid glasses the whole fight week, and it worked out for her because Weili Zhang, I never really liked Weili. I don't believe in the Weili Zhang hype. Everybody said she was this good, how good she was, this and that. I just saw a girl that was a weight bully out of her class, and is not really special at anything. I don't think she's a special striker. I don't think she's a special grappler. I just think she's strong and she's athletic. But Shevchenko is just as athletic at 36 years old, right? And faster and has better technique. And you saw it every single time Weili would try to dart in with a side kick or with a overhand. Shevchenko just counter. Shevchenko tried a spinning back elbow in the first round. Crazy. That's that's how fast she got her timing. That's how fast Shevchenko got her timing. Then that fight was over. She even said it in the press conference afterwards. She goes, Weili didn't really have anything for me. I mean, I knew this camp was hard, and I know I was the better fighter. That's basically what it was. Next, last, Jack Della Maddalena versus Islam Makhachev. I mean, I said Islam Makhachev looks small, right? I said he looks small. He doesn't look like a welterweight. I still stand by that because I don't think JDM's the biggest welterweight either. I think he's an average size welterweight. But you have to understand, Islam at 155 is an absolute unit. You know, he's so much bigger than everybody else. And now he goes to 170. He gives away that weight bulliness that he has, right? The height, the reach, the everything about him, because he's a tall lightweight compared to like Michael Chandler, Poirier, Oliveira's a tall lightweight as well. But like against Gaethje, like Islam is a tall lightweight, and Islam's a good fighter. He dominated this fight from pillar to post. I said to you guys, I think he's gonna outstrike JDM also, and he did. JDM was scared to throw because of the takedowns. I wonder if he was hurt because he kept grimacing in pain, but maybe it was just the calf kicks. But he did not look good for JDM. I think JDM fought like shit. I don't think JDM was ready. I think JDM was nervous. I called it out in my video too. I'm like, JDM looks really nervous. He looks really, really nervous during the press fight conference and during the face-offs. He looked nervous where he's looking at Islam like, what? When they're looking at each other like that, I'm like, this guy's fucking nervous, right? And Islam's like, I'm going to smash this Australian prick. And that's basically what Islam did. He smashed him. And Craig Jones was there, and this is how I knew they lost. Craig Jones didn't give any advice in the corner, right? If you pan to the corner to JDM, round by round. He was giving no advice. He was just hanging on the cage. I'm like, JD, you literally have a tutorial, Craig Jones, on how to stand up, right? Against takedowns, against not against takedowns, against wrestling, right? Against grappling, how to stand up. And you're not telling JDM what to do. You're letting their coaches give him pep talks about, you can just knock him out with one punch, man. You have the combination, just land that combination. That's not how that's not how it's gonna work. That was really bad coaching by JDM's team. And JDM's team was overwhelmed, I guarantee you. Islam, dominant. Islam should not fight Ilia Topuria because why? Why would he fight Ilia Topuria? Why would he fight Ilia Topuria? It makes no sense, right? Because Ilia Topuria is already too small. If he goes up to 170, Islam's going to smash him. He's just too big compared to Ilia, who's already a small featherweight. Because remember, he came in at 135, right? He was a 135er on the regional scenes, Ilia. And then he went to 145, and then now 155. And now tell me I have to go to 170. What is he, Manny Pacquiao? Like this is not boxing. You cannot just jump division by division because you have decent knockout power. I mean, it's at a time the knockout power is not going to happen, right? Kind of like Conor when he went to lightweight, where he's not knocking out guys as much as he was at featherweight, and the power is not there anymore. And what happens? You're just an average fighter, and that's not what Ilya wants to be. So Islam, great performance. He wants to fight the White House card. Give him the White House card. I mean, give him the White House card. He dominated the whole fight, 50-45, couple submission attempts here and there. JDM tried to be front forward in the beginning of the fight. He tried to Islam landed 2 calf kicks right away, and JDM tried 2 leaping right hooks to corral Islam and push him on the back to the back of the fence, trying to have him fight at his pace, right? That's what he tried to do the whole fight. He tried to do the whole first round, fight at my pace, but then Islam just grabs this lazy single leg and then just freaking DC trips him, because DC does that trip where he grabs the single leg, steps his leg behind, clubs the head to make him go 2 different ways, and he falls down. Beautiful thing by Islam. Islam just dominated him. Double legs are easy for him. He's not even a double leg shooter, right? Islam is. He's not like a wrestling, like a freestyle wrestler. He's more of like a Greco-Roman. Let's get you the body clinch. Let's do the chain wrestling from here. This and that. Not, hey, I'm gonna shoot a double. I'm gonna shoot a single. But it was just that easy for him. And JDM had no match. And in hindsight, JDM got taken down by Burns. He got taken down by Hafez. I mean, he got taken out by Amiv, the second fight, right, against that Dagestani. He got taken down many times, and now we're going against the best Dagestani in the world, who's a better wrestler that he's ever faced, and he just made it look too easy. He was a minus 300 favorite, and he dominated. I'm going to talk more about what he should do at the White House card or who he should fight, but honestly, I think Islam should retire. I think he should retire. Why do you need to fight anymore? He loves fighting, I guess, but at 170, there's killers at 170. You want to fight Prates? I know you can take down Prates probably easily, Islam, but do you want to fight Prates, who has the reach advantage, who's every single time on the feet, it's going to be problems, and Islam as well too. I have to mention, Islam, he had to understand he was fighting 145ers, right? He fought Poirier, who's a former 145er. He was fighting Oliveira, former 145er, and he fought McConico, former 145er. He fought a lot of former 145ers, and people were dismissing Islam for that. Like, hey, you're fighting a true 170 now. But you know what they have that JDM doesn't have? They have hand speed. Their hand speed at the former 145ers, like the Poiriers, the Oliveras, those guys, their hand speed is much quicker than JDM's. And Islam talks about it in the post-fight conference. He said, yeah, he wasn't fast. I saw all his punches. I could strike with him. My team told me to take him down, but I literally could strike with him whenever I want. I don't think he was fast. I saw all the punches coming, and he was the better striker. I mean, that's just what it was. JDM probably looks more polished and looks better, but I said he looks better on film, but Islam's effective, and that's what matters. Islam sometimes looks goofy, but it's effective. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed my breakdown. Like and subscribe. Thank you.